Hello, and welcome back to Cooking with Jerry Estrada. Tonight, I'm going to cook carne guisada with papa, which is beef stew with potatoes. And I'm going to get a kick of Puerto Rican style. But before I do that, I have to thank a friend of mine, Mercy Soler, for customizing an apron for me. And this was her gift for me, and I really appreciate it. Here it is, Cooking with Jerry Estrada. Isn't it nice? Thank you, Mercy. I really appreciate it. Now, let's go back into cooking. This particular plate, I have to reach out to my son, Nelson Estrada. This is his favorite food. Every time he was up in college in Florida State and I go up and visit him, this is what he requested me to cook for him. And I'm going to today, by popular request, go ahead and show exactly how I do it. And I have a special twist to it. So let's go ahead and start cooking. First of all, I'm going to show you the ingredients. Okay, here we have about 1.25 pounds of beef stew meat. What I did is I make it more lean and I also cut it in small cubes. And with this, we're going to need about 4 medium or small potatoes, about a cup of onions. I use about 3 cloves of garlic. I use about almost 3/4 cup of carrots. I use baby carrots. I use about a half a cup of green peppers. I use about 3 tablespoons of oregano. I use about half a can of tomato sauce. And I use about a cup of olives that I'll chop up and everything in just a moment. We're going to need salt. We're going to need oil. I use cooking wine, and I use a little of sazon to give it color. So let's go ahead and get going. I'm going to show you exactly how I make my magic with this particular plate. All right, so here basically I put in about 2-3 tablespoons of oil, and I cook this pretty much almost medium high just for now, and then I bring it down to about medium high so it won't burn up too much. And then once I have the oil nice and warmed up, I go ahead and I put the garlic in. I let that cook up a little bit. Once it starts cooking up a little bit, it starts really releasing the taste and the smell. I don't want to burn it too much, that's why I bring the temperature down a little bit when I'm doing this here. And once that's in there for a few seconds, I go ahead then and I add the onions. This is the whole cup of onions. I stir that in. And while that starts caramelizing and mixing in with the garlic and the oil, I'm going to go ahead and get the meat. So I'm going to pause you 1 second and I'll be right back. You can see here is that the garlic and the onions are all mixing together, blending in real nice. They're getting a little gold, and that's when I like to add the meat. Pues para las personas en Puerto Rico, en español, estoy haciendo una carne con papa, estilo latino, estilo puertorriqueño. Esto es un plato especial para mi hijo Nelson, que le encanta. Y esto es un plato muy, muy común entre los latinos. Donde usamos carne que la corté en pedacitos, usé cebolla, ajo, tengo zanahoria, pimientos verdes, un poco de salsa de tomate, orégano, un poquito de aceituna. Voy a usar vino para cocinar y un poquito de sazón, y claro, hay que echarle un poquito de sal. En este proceso estoy ya añadiendo la carne. So here we're back, and I'm just going to be mixing the whole meat in. And once I'm going to do that, I'm going to mix it in, stir it all together. And this is going to take a good 20-30 minutes to really cook the meat up. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and stir this up a little bit, and in a little bit I'll add some more ingredients. I'm also going to add just a little bit of water so that it doesn't dry up and it doesn't burn on me. So this is going to be about 20 minutes or so, and as I start adding more ingredients, I'm going to come right back. Okay, well, moving right along, while the meat is beginning to turn color and start cooking slowly but surely, I am also now preparing the potatoes. And the potatoes, it's my personal choice. I like to keep the skin. I scrape it off real nice. I wash them outside just to get rid of any of that dirt. And I like to cut them up in cubes. So I like to cook them about this size. So I cut them from whole, I slice them up, then I cut them up. I'm going to continue cutting this in a moment, and in a moment I will also be adding some more ingredients to our meat. So I'll be right back. It's beginning to look good already. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the carrots. I'm going to add the peppers. I want to sprinkle the oregano. Now, oregano is something that you could put a little bit or a lot. That's also to taste. I think I'm going to stop right about there. Oregano, you don't want to put too much, but that's on your own taste. And then you also have some tomato sauce. I'm going to mix these all together. And in a moment, I'm going to add the salt, and I'm going to add a little bit more water. I'm going to cover it, and then shortly I'll add another ingredient and just let it simmer and cook until it's ready. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get the other ingredients ready. So here, I basically sliced up the olives. I like them sliced. If you like them whole, that's a choice, but I like that way it's more easy and spreads out better. And it goes into the pot, of which I'm also going to add the envelope of sazon to give it the color and extra taste. At this time, I'm also going to go ahead and add the cup of cooking wine. Now, in the meantime, this cooks a little bit more. Then in a little while, I'm going to go ahead and add the other ingredients, which is waiting over here, which are the potatoes, which are washed and ready, cut, ready to go. Mix this well. Well, we are basically on our final stage. All I need to do now is just add the potatoes, and which I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. And while I do that, bring the temperature down a little bit. Mix the potatoes in. Mix them really well. And to this, I'm going to add just a little bit more water, so because the potatoes are going to start absorbing the water, and I don't want it to be too dry. So I'm going to add like maybe a half a cup of water, and then cover it up, simmer, and we'll be ready for another maybe 10-15 minutes, and it should be ready. Well, here it is. It should be ready now. Look at that. Nice consistency. You don't want to overcook it. You want the potatoes to have a good consistency. This looks really great. So I wasn't going to not cook this beef stew with carne guisada and papa without having some rice. So I made some yellow rice, and of course I made some tostones, which of course that goes all together. And I'm going to go ahead and plate this all together, and I'm going to show you how it looks on a plate. Okay, well, here it is. This is carne guisada con papa, arroz amarillo y tostones, which is beef stew with potatoes, the yellow rice, and tostones. You can see that it is looking yummy. So, of course, I have to do the most honorable thing here, and I have to taste it. So I'm going to show you right now. Let me see how that goes. Oh, Really good taste. This is how you do it. I gotta say, this is very, very tasty. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you haven't been on my channel before, I do have other videos of cooking. If you like this one, we always need those likes, and you also can subscribe, and you'll be getting all of my videos. I have other different plates from Puerto Rico. I have some Chinese food, Mexican food. Go ahead and check it out. And also, I'd like to say a big hello out to, he's like a son of mine, Spiros Perellos, and his wife Elizabeth, that they're over there in Austin, Texas. And I hope to see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed Cooking with Jerry Estrada, and please share it, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for cooking with Jerry Estrada.